Well, hello, hello. What's up, Rob? How's it going? I'm doing great. How are you doing? Let me know how the volume is. Things might be a little wonky. Rusey, how's it going, man? Okay. Kids, always causing a ruckus. All right. I don't know exactly what my plan is here. Usually I'll lay out like what I'm going to do in each episode. Let me get rid of that. Hopefully quality stays good. Alright, I guess we're gonna find out. If it starts lagging, just, let me know. And I got it set to like ultra low latency. So I think the first thing I need to get going. So we got the fields in the episode that I uploaded this morning. We got the fields harvested and all of that. So I think what I want to get to now, because if we go into the map and we look at our farmlands, we've got all this extra space out here. And I'm thinking I'm going to extend this field up just to kind of line it up with this, because I'm kind of, it's bugging me that it's off. So I'll probably extend that up to there and then probably cut this grass out here. So we need to get a baler and a mower. And that is going to prove to be kind of costly, I believe. Where's the mowers? Here we go. So we could always go with this one. That's 15,000. That's half of what we got. Kids and the puppy. Yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. So we got this little thing too, which is, it goes, I don't know, can you pull this? Has anyone used this before? Can you pull that? Stream Elements is saying that the bot is running. Okay. Thank you, Stream Elements, for letting me know that you're running. I'm fully aware. We could go with this setup right here. That'd be 7,400. You get 7 meters on that. It's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. Let me click on combinations. Okay, so I bet it goes to this guy right here. I bet this is the only thing that can pull it. This would be kind of fun, to be honest. It's 4,800. You can also get a trailer. How much was that mower? So that'd be about 6,000. It does come with a plow and a rake. Huh. But that's only, what was, that's only 1 meter. We'd be cutting grass for ages. What are we doing? So we could go with the sickle setup. That's going to be 7,400. I think we'll probably do that. Can I get a John Deere green? No, only the Fendt. Which I guess we could go with, maybe this one right here might be the closest to the actual John Deere green. That might be cool. Doesn't cost us anything extra, so we'll go ahead and we do have plenty of horsepower. We'll go ahead and buy this. And then we will also buy this. Just trying to do this the cheapest way possible. Then if we go into balers, see what I got in the mods. We do have the Vermeer stuff. That's what I leased that one in a previous episode, which was good. We could always lease again if we need to. We do have these, which are not bad. What is the difference between these two? I see absolutely nothing. It's got the yellow up in the front, and this does square bales. So you get the option for tires and a license plate. What does this one do? Same thing, just green. That's interesting. And then we also have these that we cannot afford. So I'm thinking these might be the best way to go. It does have the adjustable bale size, which is nice. Just thinking I should probably have my stream manager screen up so I can see kind of what's going on. But then I can't see. Way too many bales, yeah, for sure. I, I'm honestly, I'm not like the biggest fan of doing bales. Okay. So just, you know what, we'll do this one. They're the same price. We'll just grab this one. That's going to be 12,000. That's half of what we got left here. Let's go with the Michelin, and that is actually going to add 2,000 extra to go with different tires. Huh. I think we'll just go with this. We'll go with this. We'll buy this. We're going to need a baler. And then we also need a windrower. So we got this one down here for like 5,000. We got 12,000 left to play with. I'm using this one in the Hofbergman series. We got this guy right here, and then this guy over here. 3 meters or 6 meters. This actually might be better for 1,300 bucks. Yeah. And let's just switch it to yellow just to kind of match the John Deere stuff. Okay, so we got a bunch of stuff to pick up at the store. So I guess we better giddy up on down there, huh? I hate that the auto drive thing comes up every time. Let me know how the volume and everything is for the game versus my voice. I don't like not being able to see OBS. So I think I'm going to pull OBS back up so I can see that. I should see the activity. That way I can monitor my frames and connection and all that stuff. Alright, enough shenanigans. So we're down to $10,000. That canola definitely gave us a price boost. We got trail of traffic behind us now. That's always fun. Yeah, this is the Timelapse series map. For anybody that's not familiar with the series, I do have a series going on this for the Timelapse. And figured I would throw it up there for you guys to choose between this or Hofbergman for a live stream. And ATS and ETS honestly didn't stand a chance in that poll. It was kind of unfair. Although ETS2 did kind of start to gain some traction there for a little bit, and then ATS went, past it. And yeah, but nothing was going to beat the farm sim stuff, so it was pretty close between Hofbergman and American Farmlands there for a little while. And then this one just kind of took over. I didn't even realize that this land actually has hills over here off to the sides. I thought it was all flat. Let me pay attention to the road. So this gas station down here on the left, you might have noticed if you've been watching the series, I think it was either in the first or second episode that I ended up putting that in there, because I noticed this map did not have any fuel points, which I guess, it's kind of understandable that there was no fuel point, because this is like a start from scratch, build your own map kind of thing. But I didn't want a fuel purchase point on my farm. So I decided to put the gas station down. I had to put some money in to get it placed down and all that stuff. So yeah, anyways. You voted for the other map? Really? You voted for Hofbergman? It's kind of a surprise for you, Rob. Now, can we get lucky and hook up one of these behind this? I doubt it. I doubt it. Highly, highly doubt it. Oh, look at that. What kind of shenanigans is this? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's one less trip we gotta take, so we just gotta come back and get the baler whenever. I didn't even check the horsepower on that baler. Shoot. We may have made an oopsie. We have 190, 175. We should have plenty. 115. That's right. Okay. Oh, I get you. I get you. Yeah. Honestly, I used to be kind of the same way with the European maps. Being in the States and everything, which I'm sure you understand being in Canada. You kind of want to play stuff that's like your home, you know what I mean? And it's same for the people over in the UK, which, Rusi, I know you're probably the same way. You like to play on the European maps. Because you're over in that realm. But, yeah, I used to be the same way. I used to stick to just the American maps and the Canadian maps, and, yeah, I don't know. One day I decided to just get out of my comfort zone and start playing on some European maps. And then I think it was actually Rusi, you told me about Hofbergman. I knew nothing about it. And I didn't know anything about it for FS19, and if it was even a thing for before that. But yeah, Hofbergman's amazing, and simply because of all the extra stuff, you get all these different animal types, you get these different crop types and productions. This Winderer doesn't seem to like being pulled with the mowers. That's okay. But yeah, once I got out of my comfort zone and started playing on some European maps, it was, I was actually very surprised at how much I enjoyed playing on those maps. And I know, Rusi, you understand that the challenge of getting around a tight farm, that's always fun. I enjoy that thoroughly. It can get kind of frustrating sometimes because I'm used to this, like wide open spaces, you know? Alright, so we'll drop the windrower probably just right there next to the barn. Yeah, right about here should be fine. Now, I believe this other tractor is the one with the 190 horsepower. So we'll go ahead and grab this and hook it up to the plow. We need to upgrade our cultivator and our seeder, which the seeder, I have one picked out that I'm going to be swapping over to, so the cultivator's really not even going to be a factor anymore. So we could probably just sell that and go pick up that seeder. Let's just get this sorted out over here real quick. I can't see through the trees. Thank you. And let's get that unfolded. Now, are we going to get lucky, and does that grass texture line up with the field? Oh my goodness, it does. Well, kind of, sort of. It's a little off. So we'll start, like, just a hair, a smidge on the inside. So I think what we'll do, just to keep it in line, is I do have GPS on this tractor. That's okay, I can always paint to fix it if I, you know, mess it up. Which I probably will. So, there's always that. Alright, allow create fields. And let's go ahead and lower that. Let's just take it slow. Just take it nice and slow. No need to get in a rush. I feel like we're gonna mess it up right here. I think we just did. It's a little off. Okay, right about there. Looks to be in line. Folding is not... I didn't want to fold, Dodo. I just wanted to pick it up. Playing on UMVR. Or UMRV. Yeah, I still haven't checked out that map. I haven't even watched any, like, map tours or reviews or any kind of gameplay at all on that map. It's unfortunate because I had already planned out these series. Alright, let's go ahead and set that. And let's try to keep this straight so we can get our GPS line in. Alright, perfect. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that I haven't played on that map. I feel like it would have done fairly well on the channel, but I had already planned out these series on these maps and stuff that I'm playing on. And, yeah, I didn't want to, like, I definitely wanted to do Hofbergman because I was bummed out when the texture issue happened on the previous playthrough. And let's go about right there. I'm not trying to fold the plow. I just want to pick it up. Yeah, DJ Modding always does an amazing job on his stuff. I am waiting for Court Farm. Court Farm is the big one, and I think a lot of people, like we were talking about in Discord the other night, you know, a lot of people are waiting for Court Farm. Court Farm is definitely at the top of my list to play. series on, just because of how amazing Comsden was. Okay, we messed that up. I am not trying to fold the plow. Stop yelling at me. Okay. But yeah, Court Farm is probably going to be the one to replace Hofbergman when the time comes. I definitely want to explore the production features in Hofbergman, so I may kind of speed up the process just a little bit on that map. I think I'm going to go to one Deerlands RP series video a week, and then one Hofbergman a week, and then I'll throw in the time-lapse farm stuff to kind of supplement the gap. Just because the RP stuff takes a lot of time to prep, set up, plan, and all of that. And then Hofbergman, there's a lot of preparation that goes into those productions. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. If I can get 2 RP series videos out or 2 Hofbergman, then obviously I will. But I am not setting any kind of schedule whatsoever for videos. I was thinking about taking this live stream and then chopping it up into a time lapse, but I think I'll just leave it as the full live stream and people can watch it back if they want to, of course. We definitely got to do something about these stones. Alright. That takes care of that. Allow create fields is off. We'll get that folded up. And turn off the GPS. Alright, so that extends our field out to, I believe, the edge of our property. Do I gotta go over this centerpiece right here? Or in between the 2 fields? Because it looks like oh no, there we go, it updated. I was looking down at the little map, mini-map, and it was looking a little funky. Yeah, I could absolutely do more farm sim stuff. And that's, and I know the majority of the people here on the channel that are following the channel are here for the farm sim stuff. I'm fully aware of that. However, the original plan was to be a variety channel, and then farm sim just kind of like exploded. So, but I'm throwing in some stuff here and there. I was doing, whenever I would upload Hogwarts, I was doing 2 Hogwarts videos a day. Instead of doing that, I'll do a farm sim video in the morning and then a Hogwarts video in the evening. Okay, what are we doing? What am I doing with my life? There we go. So yeah, of course we're, rotating the farm sim, ATS, and ETS. Okay. And then the Hogwarts, and now with the GTA 3 going, which GTA 3 shouldn't take very long at all for me to finish. That looks so much better and more appealing to the eye. I'm so happy I decided to do that. Now, I'm not going to worry about it not being, as long as the field, because I want to utilize the rest of this area for some grass. And we could do, maybe we can lease a bale wrapper or do like a fermenting silo and start selling some silage. would be nice. And then having the silage would also be a benefit when we get to the point of having cows. Let's go ahead and unfold these. Okay, so you don't have to unfold the front one, apparently, which is cool, I guess. So let's go ahead and leave a little bit of a gap in between, because I think what I'm going to do is also plow the field so we can get a higher yield. Okay, let's turn that on. Lower that down. Obviously, we're going to miss some bits. A few thousand cows? There's plenty of room out here for that many cows. That is for sure. Alright, oh, we don't have GPS on this tractor, that's right. Okay, well, I guess we're going to manually put this in. Well, that yield looks like crap. Yeah, there's plenty of room out here for a few thousand cows. Like, this map is just wide open. Okay, no, I didn't want to fold it. What are you doing with your life? I just wanted to pick it up. I hate working these mowers like this. I should have just got the Batwing. But I figured I would try something different. Plus, we saved a little money, a little bit of money with this. We'll go ahead and drop that. I know there's a button to set to, like, pick both of them up and turn both of them on and off and all that stuff. But, that's too easy. Can't make it too easy. Yeah, the yield does not look that good on this grass. Now, I need to take a look at the farmland map again so we know where to stop. So we go just a little bit more. I think we'll go just a little bit right there, and then we'll call that good. All right, perfect. Well, not really perfect. We got some stuff to clean up. Looks like we're going pretty straight. I need to get that other mod installed, the one where you don't have to buy the GPS for the tractors. Oh, I went a little bit too far, but that's okay. Because that other one gives you, like, it gives you degrees. You know, your compass bearing, basically. So it makes you, or it helps you know whether or not you're straight. And then you can obviously set it to whatever line you're on. Alright. Yeah, another reason why I started this time lapse, not only to supplement the gap in between the main series of Farm Sim, but also this gives me a chance to just play the game, you know? Instead of worrying about, yapping while I'm farming. What mod is that? I cannot remember the name of it. I'm pretty sure it's in. It might be Advanced Controls, Advanced Vehicle Controls, part of that mod. I honestly I can't remember. It should be in the mod hub though. I think. Of course, we're missing bits. All right, let me raise up the back. Just leave the front down. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit here. Go. It honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect because I'm gonna be plowing a field in anyways. And then with the plow is where I'll make the field perfect. I could switch over to the other tractor and use GPS for this, but we're just cutting the grass. It's alright. I say it doesn't have to be perfect, yet here I am trying to clean up the edges. All right. No! No stragglers left behind. See, I don't know how often I'll be doing live streams, to be honest. It's a lot of work to set up for a live stream. It really is. As, compared to firing up the game in OBS and hitting record. I got a bunch of stuff that I got to monitor while I'm live streaming and all that stuff. Which, I mean, I used to do it all the time on Twitch. When I was playing ATS, ETS, Farm Sim, horror games, a bunch of other games. I used to live stream on Twitch. So, I mean, I'm used to it. It's a lot of work. Unless the stream does really well, then maybe I'll do some more live streams. If you guys want to see more live streams, that is. If you just prefer videos, then hey, you ain't gonna get no arguments from me. How did I manage to miss that little straggler right here? Oh my goodness, the yield is atrocious on this grass. Not good. Make a guess now. How many bales do you think we will get out of this little field? I'm going to guess about 22. What size bales? It's a good question. Good question. I don't know what the baler is set to. I know it does. It has like you can adjust the size. So whatever it's set to by default is what I'm gonna run. So we'll see what that says here in a minute. As soon as I get done with this field. You know, I gotta say, I'm cutting this pretty good without the GPS. I just have GPS and all that stuff installed because it makes recording time-lapse videos and stuff like that a lot easier. It makes recording in general a lot easier, which is why I want to get the other one, because it doesn't cost you anything to add it to the vehicles. It's just automatically there. So I definitely need to find out what the name of that mod is, where that mod... I know it's in the mod hub. I'll have to look later. I should have actually looked for it. I honestly did think about it before I fired up the stream, because I was going through and updating some mods and then adding a couple of things. Vehicle control add-on. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. It adds a whole bunch of other stuff too, but I'm only interested in the GPS. Yeah, that's right. It does have the diff lock, but there is also... Actually, no, that's an axle lock. Never mind. I was thinking of the other one, because there's the tandem trailer lock. You know, it locks at extra pivot point mod, and then there's also the front loader axle lock, suspension lock, or something like that. There's another mod for that. But yeah, the diff lock would be nice. Although I don't have the REA stuff installed for this series. I took it out because in one of the, I think it was in like episode 3 of this series, or maybe it was actually, yeah, it was the episode that I uploaded this morning. The REA wheels mod was causing the trailer to walk while I was sitting there trying to fill it up, and I could avoid that by locking that pivot point, which worked, but then it caused all kinds of problems when I was trying to pull the trailer. It would act like it was top heavy, and it would just sling the front end of the tractor around. So I removed it for this series. I do have it for my roleplay stuff, and I do have it for Hoff Bergman, except for center of gravity. Yeah, you don't use the center of gravity either. It's a pain. It's funny for a while, you know, especially watching Rusi struggle with the bicycle. Yeah, when you're playing, like, especially on a series like Hoff Bergman, where there's a lot of small, you know, like wheelbarrows and pallet jacks and stuff like that you gotta, they act as vehicles. It becomes a pain because things want to flip over so much easier. Plus, like, right in the first 10 minutes of the first episode of Hoff Bergman, I flip a tractor as I was talking about my driving, which was kind of funny. That was when I was still in the truck, so I didn't have my wheel and my pedals and all that stuff. So I'm using that excuse. I'm blaming the fact that I had to use controller. Don't judge me. Yeah, there's certain games that like there's certain driving games that I cannot use keyboard and mouse or a controller. Farm Sim, ATS, and ETS are those three games for me. I refuse to use anything but a wheel and pedals. Um, GTA, there's really, I mean, there's ways to get the support for the game for the wheel. I've seen, I think Jeff Fabiano did it, and somebody else did it for like GTA 5, which was kind of cool. But it was a big pain, and even they said like it was a big pain to get set up to work for GTA. So I just use controller for that. Yeah, man, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. And I, before I bought this, what is this, the G29 or whatever? Um, I was using the what you call it? It used to be the Cytec, but it's got purchased, bought out by Logitech. It was the Logitech Heavy Equipment Bundle. Came with the wheel, the pedals, and the side control panel. And that wheel and those pedals worked. Um, but I knew eventually, like the wheel was fine, but I knew eventually the pedals were going to be an issue because they were plastic. I knew those were going to break eventually, which I do still have that wheel and pedal set up. It's sitting in the other room, just hanging out on the shelf. I was going to give it to my nephew because he was wanting it, but he has a PlayStation, and it only works for Xbox or PC. Let's go ahead and shut that off. There we go. Yeah. And your little wheelbarrow incident. And I forget what series. I think it was in the your season 2 roleplay series where you're flipping around with the wheelbarrow. That's when I sent you that message on Discord telling you, I was like, dude, the center of gravity mod will mess you up with that stuff. I discovered it the hard way on Hofbergman. I should probably add a little driveway through here. Although I kind of wanted to avoid driving through there. But it is kind of a nice little shortcut. Alright, so this mower and stuff, that was on purpose? Sure it was. Okay, Stream Elements, for some reason, is not running the rules. That's interesting. I may just have to disable that for now. Yeah, I think we need to get him some training wheels. Don't mind me, I'm just driving around in circles. I'm gonna park this back here behind the barn. Seems like a good place. Oh, there's a ladder up here going up to the loft. How fancy. Yeah, I think we need to get him a pink bike with training wheels. What do you think? I gotta say, this mower setup is actually kind of cool. Obviously having the 3 mower setup is more of a European style. Because over here in the States, we primarily use those Batwing deck mowers. The majority of the farms that I see over here, at least in Florida, and we do a lot of sod farms and hay here in Florida. I see Batwings, which they're basically the bush hogs. So I think we'll take this up to... Well, we'll set this out here so we don't forget to take it. But next step is going to be to get this grass road up. And then we should look into, actually, real quick, while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Okay, so this grain bin... Is this... is this the fill point? Like, if you want to take stuff out of the grain bin, is this the fill point? You take this, put it under there, and then put your trailer underneath it? But how do you fill it? Do you put it up here at the top? You take this big yellow one, put it up at the top? I never use these grain bins. I always use the ones with the little dump thing. I mean, I think it makes sense to take this red one, put it there to fill your trailer, and then this big yellow one to reach up there. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. Find a way of getting the bike into there. Which one, your RP series, or are you going to bring it over to the old Canadian lands? I got distracted. I'm not even doing what I was going to do. Do I even have a fermenting silo? I would do a silage bunker, or like a bunker silo, but to be honest, that's a multi-fruit. I forgot what it... Oh, the bunker silos. I'm tired of doing it. Yeah, I could do rat bales. Let me look. This is a composter, a silo for compost. Oh, he's gonna bring it into the RP series. Okay, all right. I'll be looking for. I gotta catch up on that series, by the way. I was just watching before the stream. I was just watching your Saskatchewan series. Try to catch up on that. Where is the fermenting silo? I just want to see how much it is. Is that going to be in production? In the factories? Do I even have one installed? I do have quite a bit. I got to look into this pumps and hoses stuff. I haven't even looked at it. Although I've heard it's only good for like manure and slurry. Which doesn't make sense that you can't run water through the hoses and stuff. I don't know. This is pumps and hoses. Got another composter. Look at that thing. I got a ton of mods installed, guys. Multi-crop. Open air garden. What does this do? Okay, this makes... Wait a minute. It's a distributor, so you put water, seed, fertilizer, and manure. And then what does it do? Just like deposit it out to greenhouses within a certain range? That's kind of cool. So I got stuff installed in here that I don't even know what it does. Like, I just install it because it looked cool when I seen it. Okay, so we don't have a fermenting silo installed, and I think I may have done that on purpose because I typically don't use fermenting silos. Go ahead and get a save in. And let's go here to bale wrappers. So we've got 22,000 on that one. Are there any good ones in the mod hub that you guys know of that are cheap? Like old cheap bale wrappers? We could always just lease. Hold on. This is for round bales. Round. This one does square and round. It's 34,000. It's cheaper than that, so it'd be cheaper to lease, right? Makes sense. And then these are part of the IBC and pallet stack mods. Anderson? These ones that I have installed here? Well, see, here's the base game ones. Then here's some modded ones that go with the IBC and pallet stack pack. Okay. Yeah, they don't look too bad. That one does round. This one does round and square. I don't think we need the modded one. This one does square and round. We could pick foil color. Does it charge anything extra? No, it doesn't. So, you know what? Let's do black. I typically I'll do like white, and then if there's also a green option, I typically do that. Let's go with the black wrap. I don't know why it matters, because we're just going to lease it. We don't have $34,000. I mean, okay, so 1,800 basically is what it's going to cost us to do that. So, enough shenanigans. Let's get over here. I need to add a roadway in over here. Maybe not around the house. I think what I'll do is I'll take it out to the main road, or I'll loop it around to the back of the property. I do have a picture in my mind of how I want the layout of this farm to go. Now, obviously, right now I'm using the land that is available to me. Oh no, I missed that little bit right there. Why didn't you guys tell me? What are you doing? You're slacking. Okay, so there's no turning that on. You just, I'm assuming, drop it and go. Yeah, drop it like it's hot. Alright. Yeah, the yield is just atrocious on this. Oh, no good. No bueno. And then don't mind that little extra bit right there. I will go ahead and clean it up, though. You know, I wonder if that was like a custom setup that the map creator did, to where like this standard grass is like super bad yield, which I know it's not really the greatest standard, you know, base game, but that seems like quite the low yield on grass. Like, I feel like we should have had much more grass on the ground than that. I wonder if that was modified for this map. Yeah, see, that's going to be a problem right there when we go to... Because I do have crop destruction on. So I'll just have to figure that out. Yeah, meadow grass with no fur. Exactly. But, like, it seems to be more typically than this. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's always a lower yield than what you would get in an actual field of grass. I don't know. Sitting here talking about grass. Do need to hop over to the live stream screen real quick and see how things are doing. Which OBS does tell me pretty much. But I don't have any alert sounds. I do have alert banners. So I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. But I do have activity feed that shows me everything. I just don't know if it's working. Yeah, it looks really good. And I know you're looking for people to join you. I may do that. I don't know if I'm not gonna like record videos or nothing. I'll just come on and do some farming for old time's sake, you know. But I'm more than happy to be in one of your videos if you would like me to. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I think there's like maybe a 5 to 10 second delay on my end. I have a separate laptop pulled up to the side here that I'm kind of just monitoring like what you guys see. And it looks to be like maybe a 5 to 10 second delay. Which is good. Which yeah, that's pretty typical. I do have ultra low latency set up. Yeah, possibly. Although I will say that I have been losing a few, but I gain them back. I gain some back, like the next day or so. I think it's mostly the people that don't want to see anything but farm sim, which is fine. And I kind of knew that was gonna happen when I started putting other games on the channel. It just comes with the territory. Um, but yeah, I'll definitely send them your way, man. You're doing great. You're growing really fast, and I knew you would. I knew you would. Which is why I suggested you create a channel. Because I know what your gameplay style is because we played hours together. So I knew right away that you would do great. But speaking of like other games and stuff, I do have a list of games lined up to play. Um, I don't want to say the games. Obviously, we know. Obviously, I'm doing Hogwarts Legacy. I'm going to be wrapping that up very soon. I got 2 more videos in the can already recorded. I just got to get them edited and uploaded. But I think I'm gonna take a day and just like bust out the rest of the game in a single recording session. You know what I mean? Like obviously not one whole long video, but record the rest of the game into episodes. Maybe take a day or two and just bust out the rest of that game. GTA 3, obviously, GTA 3, we have that. That game is only about 15 hours, I think, for the main story, which is all I'm doing. I'm not doing the side missions or nothing. But I have seen some people complete it in about 4 hours, believe it or not. Maybe 4 or 5 hours, which is weird that there's a website called How Long to Beat. if you haven't heard of it. And it tells you, you search up any game and it tells you the average time that it takes people to beat the game. And it gives you the breakdown of main story plus like side missions, main story plus side missions plus all the extras. Like, it's a really cool website if you haven't seen it. So yeah, I kind of base my, judgment on how many episodes I'm gonna need to finish out a game. Now, granted, these episodes that I'm putting out of like GTA 3 and Hogwarts Legacy are anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour long, which I think is kind of the standard for like big AAA games. About 45 minutes to an hour is what I'm seeing a lot of channels do. And if you think about it, it's like watching a movie, you know? So, put down the Netflix. Put down the Netflix. Just come over to YouTube and watch all these great content creators out here. And then you can watch me too if you want. I can't say anything. I watch Netflix like religiously. I'm still trying to finish Riverdale. But I will say the show has kind of like taken a turn. I think I'm on like season 4 now. Like almost to the end of season 4. I think there's 6 seasons. Or 5. 5 or 6. I don't know. I can't remember. But anyways, I'm getting closer to the end. But I will say that the show has kind of like taken a turn a little bit. And like it's a little bit too musically. Don't get me wrong. I like musicals. I'll admit it. It's a guilty pleasure. Sue me. Of course, I'm a big Disney fan, so that's like loaded with musicals. But the way the show started out was like far better than what it turned out to be. But I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and finish it out. And I didn't mean to rhyme there. I'm a poet. Yeah, so I'll finish it out. I'll finish it out. Yeah, definitely he has come a very, very long way. Kerbal Space Program, that's an interesting game. I watched, oh god, who was it? Who did I watch play that? Was it Scapegoat? I don't know. It was one of the bigger YouTubers, obviously. I watched him play it. It may have been Jeff. I can't remember at this point. But that's an interesting game. It's an interesting game. I don't know if I would play it myself. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'd watch it if you played it. I'd watch it for sure. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching all the Farm Sim videos, Rob. You're missing out on some good stuff, man. I'm telling you, Hogwarts Legacy is such a good game. And then I just uploaded Until Dawn. Until Dawn, that was on my second channel, which is, no longer a thing. That one, be warned, for anyone that treads into the waters of Until Dawn series. That was from my second channel. My second channel was not very PG. So the language is fairly strong in that series. Oh man, you're missing out. The Hogwarts stuff is so good. Oh yeah, yeah. The more realistic, the better, right? Let's park this back here behind the barn as well. I think we'll just back it up next to the ladder. I don't think I'm going to be using that loft, that barn loft. No, whoa, whoa, what is happening here? Hold on a minute. There we go. Back it up straight. Jeez, I could back up a 53-foot trailer, no problem, but I have problems with this thing. Yeah, the more realistic, the better. Yeah, you're missing out on the Hogwarts stuff. It's really good. And then GTA 3, it's just kind of one of those nostalgia things that I decided to do. Even though it is the definitive edition, so it's kind of like revamped from the original. But yeah, I definitely remember playing through the original, like GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. Yeah, but it's a good nostalgia trip. Hogwarts Legacy is a very story-driven game. It's obviously it's more RPG style. Which there's another game actually that I'm looking at playing called Forspoken. I was watching a little bit of the Rad Brad. He was playing it, and I think I watched like the first 2 episodes that he put out, and I was like, I don't want to watch any more of it because I don't want to spoil it if I do end up playing it. But it looks like a really good game. But I got a list of games that I need to play before I pick up any more games. My Steam library is looking like a confused teenager's closet. I'll be honest. So we'll sell this cultivator, and we'll probably go ahead and pick up the cedar. We do need to bale up that grass, which we need to come up here and pick up the baler anyways. So maybe we'll just bring the baler back, get the bales made, and then lease the bale wrapper. That way, you know, we don't have it for longer than we need it. I think it was like episode 2, I had leased a fertilizer spreader, and I realized like towards the end of that episode that I forgot to return the lease, return it, and I had fast forwarded like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, you like that? A confused teen's closet. Yeah, it's my Steam library is a mess. But there's a ton of games in there that I have not played, and there's a ton of them in there that I have started to play but never finished. Like maybe got 10, 15, 20 minutes into it but never finished. Yeah, so like the ones that I have played, I would like to do them, like play them again, because it's been a long time since I played them. So I think it would be kind of fun to just do like a trip down memory lane, kind of like I'm doing with the GTA 3. And just play some of these games that I've played before that really enjoyed. I really enjoyed them. Plus, I also have the Xbox Game Pass for PC. So I got a bunch of games in there as well that I need to get through. So there's a ton of content coming to the channel. I don't know if the rate of content is going to stay the same, simply because things, in real life are going to be kind of getting busy for me here pretty soon. But I will try to at least get one video out a day. That's what I'm going to try to do. Obviously, there may be a day that I miss. Yeah, we gotta do the SnowRunner stuff, man. I have the shifter and the wheel and I have all like the dual joystick and everything and all that stuff. Like I've got the setup for SnowRunner now. Which I mean, I could have played it with a controller before. I played it with just the wheel and pedal before. But I have like the full setup now to like get the full experience of SnowRunner, so I think it might be kind of cool to do maybe like a mini series If you're interested in doing like a co-mini series on SnowRunner, that might be kind of fun. Put the beacons on just because. You know, I just realized I don't really use the beacons all that much. I did finally map some controls for the turn signals, though. About 30 minutes of SnowRunner. It's a love or hate game. Honestly, it really is. And to be honest, like I love it, but it's so frustrating. It is so stinking frustrating. Like I want to smash the computer every time I play it because it can just get so aggravating. All right, so the bale size that we are looking at to answer your question there earlier is 220. Is that what is that centimeters or is that going to be cubic meters? I forget the freaking size for these things. Anyways, 220 is what we're looking at. So I'm going to say about, you know, with them being that big, can that baler even do them that big, that bale wrapper? Which one did I get? I got this one. Okay, so for the square, we're looking at 180 to 240, so we're good. All right, let's go ahead and turn this thing on. I'm going to say, with it being that big, I'm going to say 14, 15. You know what? I'm going to go with 16. 16 is my guess. You going with 10? Okay. 10 is probably more right. I was probably better off sticking with 14. Oh, red car. Hello. Get out of the way. I don't even know why I have traffic on in this map, to be honest. Like, this is not a map that you would typically run traffic in. You know, you think about, like, No Man's Land or, what's the other one? Calmlands and Western Wilds. They don't really have traffic. Well, Calmlands does, doesn't it? I think Calmlands does have traffic. Up by the store area. That was one of our multiplayer servers. That was a good one until we crashed and burned the server with the monster trucks. You know, you're probably right with the 10 because this is taking a while. Well, we're on the third bale now. What are you thinking then? I'll give you a second guess. I'm gonna stick with 16. That's what I'm gonna go with. I mean, it's taken a little while, but at the same time, it is kind of filling fast. I don't know. It's weird. I think we're hitting pockets of good yield, and then pockets of really bad yield. 25? Ooh, you're going big. Okay. Yeah, see, like, you could definitely see that there's, like, pockets of good yield. What is that symbol down there? Do you see that? Where it's got the the water. Does that mean I'm picking up wet grass? And that grass symbol looks different too. It could have definitely been that massive mountain in the middle of the map that we were using as a jump. It definitely could have been that. I don't know, but I all I remember was I had Maze Plus. I think I do actually. I think I do actually have Maze Plus installed. But yeah, all I remember is I remember hitting that jump with that monster truck. And then I landed inside of one of your silos that was on your farm. And then it froze. And then I couldn't recover it. Okay, wet grass. Okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I have never literally ever used Maze Plus. I figured I would throw it in. I completely forgot I threw it in here. I do have the anhydrous and stuff installed as well. I wanted to give all that stuff a shot. Never really messed with it all that much. Alright, sounds good, Rob. I just seen that message. Let me just see. Refresh. On that. Let me check on the status over here. Okay, I haven't missed anything. Okay. Alright. Fantastic. Fantastic. Let me pull OBS back up. Okay. Alright, here we go. Yeah, you remember we were all jumping that... Wait a minute, what just happened? Why am I not picking up the stinking grass? We were all jumping with the monster trucks, and then I smashed into one of your silos, and I was stuck in your silo. And then everybody froze where they were at. But it was strange. Like, we could still move our camera around, but we couldn't get out of the trucks. And then we did a restart on the server, and like it wouldn't load past like 85% or 95%, whatever it was at. Yeah, so like we definitely destroyed, because I did talk to one of the tech support guys, I think at G Portal, because that's who I was using at the time, and he looked at my crash report, and his determination was that it was the monster truck. So I don't know. And I know there's been like a bunch of updates on that monster truck since then. Hey Banner, how's it going? Hey, no worries. No worries. We're oh wow, we've already been going for like an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, well, I don't know how long we're going to be going tonight. I don't know. Just kind of go until I feel like stopping, I guess. But I figured I would start at about 4 o'clock. That's a pretty good time in the US. And then I believe that's, what, about 9 o'clock in the UK there, Rusi? At 4 o'clock, so it should be around, what, 10:15 now? So I figured 4 o'clock would be pretty decent start time, because I know I have viewers in both, primarily the States and Canada, but I do have quite a few in the UK. So I wanted to make sure I started just a little bit early enough for you guys to catch it if you wanted to. But not too early for the US and Canada, you know. All right, so we're at 6 bales so far. We're at 6 bales, and we still have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more rows. Ah, from Canadian lands. So I take it you've been playing on Edgewater. Canadians are. Hey, easy, Rob. Easy. Them there's fighting words. Yeah, it was definitely a fun server. I ended up letting the servers all just kind of expire because, well, you guys know, you if you watched the, Where Have I Been video, kind of explained everything. But eventually I'll probably start up some servers again. Uh, but I mean, I have reached. Well, of course you do, Banner. Of course you do. Canadians. Uh, yeah, so I have reached the point to where I could apply for a partnership with Giants, but I don't know if I want to yet. And to be honest with you, I don't know even how to reach out to. Like, I know how to reach out to them. I know where to go. I know the link to go to, and all that. I don't know, because like you gotta like send them a message. Like if you don't know how sponsorships work, is like when you go to apply for a sponsorship or a partnership program, except for YouTube, you just apply and they look at your channel. But anyways, but for like sponsors and partnership programs with like game developers and companies and stuff, the way it works is you send your info in, your channel, your subscriber count, all that stuff, and they look it over, and then you also have to send them kind of like a cover letter. Like if you've ever done a cover letter for a job interview, it's kind of like a cover letter, but it's you got to really know how to word those things when you're reaching out to these companies, because they get, I'm sure, hundreds of these applications a week. So it's I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to reach out to him just yet. I may wait until the channel gets a little bit bigger. Because I reached out to Nitrado, which is who I had 3 servers with, and I was turned down. But they said that their partnership program was actually closed at the moment. So I don't know. Rusi, I am actually deeply saddened that there are no Florida maps. And it's funny you say that. It's very funny you say that. That's all I'm going to say. We'll just leave it at that. It's very funny. Because I know a secret. No. So the orchards, you get to like the orchards and vineyards whenever you get up into, like there's one in Leesburg, which is kind of like around Orlando, Ocala area. And then when you get a little bit further north into some areas in the Panhandle, you might see some orchards and vineyards. But a lot of it is like groves, orange groves, citrus groves, grapefruit groves, um, and then you also have a lot of sod farms, sugar cane, and every once in a while I'll come across like a wheat field, or wheat or barley field, but that's like very few and far between, and I think that's just like a farmer that's doing it just to do it and sell it locally. Because from what I understand, it's actually very hard to grow stuff like that in Florida. I don't know. But there's a lot of sod farms, a lot of sugar cane, a lot of like the plants. You know, like the plants you see when you go into your local Home Depot and Lowe's. You see like the palms and stuff like that, and ferns, certain ferns. Okay, unload baler. That's the button I was looking for. All right, so we got. Okay, I guess I can't get that other little bit out. I thought it would. So we got 13 bales. We got 13 bales. What's up there, Dark? How's it going? Yeah, and I'm very, very surprised that there has not been a Florida map yet. Because if you look down around Okeechobee, there's a ton of farms out there, and that's where you get like your palm and plant and like nurseries and sugar cane and sod farms. There's a lot of sod farms out there. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm very surprised that there has not been a Florida map yet. Whoa, what just happened to the stream? Did the stream just flicker for you guys? That was strange. But yes, as far as a Florida map, it would be great if a map creator would come out with one. That would be fantastic. And I've even considered commissioning a map maker to make one for me to do a series on. You know, in FS19 there was an island map which was kind of cool, kind of like a tropical vibe. A lot of sugarcane farming on that map. So we'll just park that right there. Yeah, like you know, like palm plants and stuff like that, like the like the little mini palms, and then you got like palm tree farms, and then all the like the nurseries. You could probably just do those in like a nursery or greenhouse. But for the sod, it would be very cool to see sod introduced into Farm Sim. And I'm kind of surprised that it's not, because sod farms are a major thing, especially in Florida. But I know Texas has some, and I can't remember. I think like a lot of the lower southern states have sod farms because it's very wet. In a lot of these areas, so sod farms just thrive in this soil down here. Lifting sod and harvesting oranges. Harvesting, yeah, like orange groves. That would be kind of cool to see, like citrus groves, orange groves, the grapefruit trees, and all that stuff. Because that was a major thing. Which, believe it or not, the orange groves are kind of dying off in Florida. A lot of them are getting bought up by companies coming in and building like subdivisions, you know, housing developments, which is kind of sad to see. But yeah, orange groves Like I have a lot of fond memories in orange groves and citrus groves and stuff. Growing up, we used to run our four-wheelers through them. We knew people around the area that owned some of these areas, and they would just let us rip up and down the uh, the aisles of trees. And we had one grove owner that let us come out and hunt the hog and coyote that would come out, because those are both in Florida. Those are both invasive species, so it's open game, open season. You don't need a permit unless you're going to use firearms or archery. If you're trapping, then you don't need a permit. But if you use firearms or archery, you need to have a permit, unless you're on private property with permission from the owner and stuff like that, which is what we did. We had permission to be there. But yeah, and you can see I left that there. I forgot to sell that, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell this. I'm not going to worry about cleaning it. Let's go ahead and sell that. All right, so we're up to 20,000. We got 9,400 back for that. That's not too bad. Let's go and open this up, and let's go to bale wrapper. This is the one that I am looking for. And let's go with black. Oh, no, 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 not buy. Not buy. What am I doing, dummy? 1,800 bucks to pick that up. So this tractor, I think, is the one with the 170 horsepower, I think. But we should be fine. Okay, so here's the thing. How do you use this thing? Because I've never used it. Do you unfold it and drop it? And then you have to, like, bring the bale to it? It's not like one of the trailer ones? I've never used this before. I think I've seen it used before, to be honest. Maybe it was in one of, like, Daggerwind's videos or something. Or Farm Sim Guy or something. I can't remember. Oh, okay, yeah. That's right. Sim Farmer, that's who I saw use it. Yeah, okay, yeah. When did he do that? I must have missed that one. I'll have to go look that up. That'd be kind of funny to watch. I enjoy his videos. I gotta catch up with some of his stuff. Like, I'll go on like a binging, session of his videos for like a week, and then I'll kind of take a break and go catch up on everybody else's stuff. Okay, so unfold bale wrapper. So we'll do that when we get over here. We're gonna have to grab our front loader with our bale fork. It's a good thing I did get that, because I mean that's what we started with, was bales. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Folding is not allowed while the tool is attached. Okay, so you drop it there. Do you attach to this end to unfold it? No. Do you get in it like a vehicle? Yes. Start the engine. Aha. Aha. I have figured it out. Now you unfold it. And then that's it. Then you bring the bales to it. Okay, I got this. I figured it out. Oh, yeah. The baler rolls slowly forward, so it's going to roll away from us. Maybe we should set it up in a better place. Well, this is awkward. Should definitely set it up in a better place. Yeah, it's like using the freaking conveyor belt systems all over again. All right, so I think we'll stick them out here for now. Let's see. The line, it's going to go... Which way is it going to go? Is it going to go that way? Or is it going to go that way? Because that's going to determine where I put it. You know what? I guess we'll put a freaking bale in it and just send it flying. You know what I mean? Away from the tractor? Okay. That works too. Let's just go. Let's do this. Start it up. Perfect. Now let's go get our front loader attachment. You know, I got a Pepsi sitting here that I haven't cracked open yet, and I keep looking over at it. Here's a question for you. Start a little war in the chat. Coke or Pepsi? I'm just going to say right now, I'm Pepsi products all the way. Coke Zero, Pepsi Max? Yeah, Pepsi Max I haven't tried. I have had the Diet Pepsi, which I should be drinking instead of the regular Pepsi. But I went and bought a 24-pack of regular Pepsi. Coke? I mean, Coke's not bad. Like, I will get a Coke in a pinch. Like, if that's all a place has, I'll get a Coke. I'm not gonna, fuss about it. But 100%, if there is Pepsi available, you can bet your patootie that is what I'm getting. Okay, so now... let's just start down here at the far end. Or maybe that's a bad idea. You know what? Like I said, we're just gonna send it. We're just gonna send it. Do you feed it in this way? Well, this is awkward. Aha. Okay. Now it's gonna wrap. I feel like it should have went in the other way, though. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't look right. This is experimenting with bale wrappers with UFG. Brought to you by the PBS station. Probably some of you don't even know what the PBS station is. I definitely feel like we're putting them in the wrong way. Did that just, like, shrink the bale? It looks like it's wrapping both of them together. You know what I mean? Okay, I see. Okay, I'm not gonna fiddle with that. Just stop fiddling. Don't touch things. Things break when I mess with them. It will look like a long wrap. Okay, that's interesting. So, like, when you go to pick up a bale, though, does it tear away? Tears away when you pick it up. Okay. This is all new to me. I usually just use, like, the ones where you drive up to pick them up, and it wraps them. I've never used this one. See, this is good. This is why I like doing live streams, too, because I get input from you guys. You know, like Rob suggested the Anderson, because that's what he uses. So, I've never tried it before, so I figured I would try it. Plus, it gives me more manual work to do, and it gives me an excuse to use the joysticks that I have set up. Oh god, we're about to lose this bale. There we go. By the way, if you guys are looking for joysticks for Farm Sim, definitely go on Amazon and look up the Thrustmaster Space Duo. They market it as space joysticks, but they work incredibly for Farm Sim. And I'm still getting used to them, but I haven't tried any logging equipment with them just yet. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of afraid to. Like, I don't even like using forestry equipment with the heavy equipment bundle side panel. Like, just that one joystick on there. I don't even like using that for forestry. I don't even like using a controller for forestry. Because it's so complicated, but I love doing forestry. How does that work? Of course, you know, in Western Wilds series that I did, I had a massive tree farm. Which, let me tell you, that tree farm brought in some money. It was a lot of work. It was like well over 300 trees. It was a lot of work. But it brought in a ton of cash. I should reach out to Thrustmaster, see if they would sponsor a video of me attempting to do forestry. Thrustmaster, if you're listening, which I doubt you are. I think that would be hilarious. You guys want to see me do a video of attempting to do forestry with these dual joysticks? I think that would be hilarious. Foot pedals, no. I don't know unless they have a package deal that comes with that. I don't know, because all I got um was the two joysticks. And now that I think of it, it was not on Amazon. It was on Thrustmaster's website directly, I believe, or maybe it was Amazon. I cannot remember, to be honest with you, because I think I ordered like 4 things that week. I had ordered the joysticks and track IR and a couple of other things. So I know like 1 or 2 things came FedEx or UPS. It may have been the joysticks, but definitely look on Amazon and look on Thrustmaster's website and just see what they have. I know I didn't get the one that had a foot pedal or anything with it, although I do need a foot pedal for Flight Sim. Because I have the flight yoke. I have the Turtle Beach flight yoke, which that thing's amazing, to be honest with you. Like, I saw a lot of reviews that were kind of like slamming it because it wasn't, you know, like the high dollar fancy honeycomb yoke system, right? Well, you know, I'll be honest with you. I've used a honeycomb before, and well, yes, it is nice and it's cool and everything. The Turtle Beach works just fine. Yeah, it's the T16000M. It's a duo set. They're marketing it as the Thrustmaster Space Duo joysticks. I don't know if they have a bundle with pedals or not. If they do, I didn't see it. But, you know, like I said, I wasn't really looking for pedals at the time. I just wanted the joysticks. Just the joysticks for $179. I think that's what I paid. It was either $179 or $149. I honestly can't remember at this point. Of course, you're Canadian, so you're looking at Canadian dollars. So it was probably 150 or 140. Yeah, 149 US probably. Yeah, I forgot Canadian is more expensive. Okay. So let's see how this works. Get in this thing, and then you unload bales. Okay. All right. Oh my God, that looks wrong. That looks so wrong. Pick them up individually now? Well, we're gonna find that out together, because I have no idea. I've never used, like, this is the first time I've ever used this bale setup. Like, this bale wrap setup. Cool thing is you could drive it, so that's always nice, right? I could just drive it right over to the back of the tractor. Okay. Wait a minute. I dropped the wrong thing. What am I doing with my life? See, this is all the stuff that you guys don't see in videos, because I just, like, edit a bunch of crap out. Except for that one time with the belt systems in Western Wilds. That was a nightmare. Ah, okay, so they're sitting there until they're done, is what you're saying. Oh, we gotta take this back to the store. You know what? We don't need to go to the store for anything, so we'll just return it like this. There we go. All right, so since we don't need to pick those up, we gotta let them sit there until the. It's a good thing I moved it then and put it somewhere out of the way, because that would have been awful. Go ahead and get that dropped right there. And how much do we need for the cedar? We're going to buy a new cedar. So we're going to get a little bit back for the one that we have, which if we take it to the store, we can get a little bit more for it. So we're looking at about 23,000 that we're going to get for that. That's actually going to put us in a good spot, because the one that I'm looking at, where are you at? There we go, cedars. Is this new one right here. Of course, I don't know how new it is, but it's a cool Massey Ferguson, and it's got this whole setup deal. I've been watching some stuff on it. I think that's what I'm going to go with. What is this? Brands? Oh, you go with Vulture, too. Vulture, fine. Okay. We'll go with Massey Ferguson because it's, U.S., and that is $13,250. We're going to go ahead and actually pick that up. And then we're going to take this old cedar down to the store and get it sold. I think I have seed in it, so I'm going to need to... Oh god, I am way off. There we go. We do actually have seed in this, so let's go ahead and drop it over here, because I think that other one can also take fertilizer. So we'll just drop it over here with the rest of our seed and fertilizer. We'll do that. Oh, I need to get that mod installed that defaults to big bags. I keep forgetting about that. All the Pepsi. Listen, I've had like 2 sips out of this Pepsi. I've had like 3 today so far. Oh, Pepsi is amazing. Pepsi Cola. It'd be awesome to get a Pepsi sponsor. All these gamers getting these energy drink sponsors. Huh. Pepsi, hit me up. Although I do have that partnership program, affiliate program with what you call it? I forget the name of the thing now. What's Dubby Energy? So yeah, if you use my code, Your Fault Game, all caps, at checkout, I think it's like 15% off, or 10%, or something like that. Advocate of water. As long as it's not Dasani water, which is a Coke product, by the way. What kind of beer? That is the question, though, Rob. That is the question. Don't disappoint. Pressure's on. Oh, Corona. Come on. Come on, Banner. No. Okay. I shouldn't say that because in a pinch, I'll drink a Corona. If you give me a lime with it and some salt, I'll drink a Corona. Coors. That's that PG stream. I can't say that. It's Colorado urine water. There we go. Oh, we also need the attachment for this thing too. This guy right here. And what's cool about it is you could also run it in tandems. Yeah. But we're not going to do that because yeah, I'm not that good. Now see, this one is also kind of the same thing. You could run duals, tandems, all that stuff, which is kind of cool. It's also a no-till, but this one we don't need a. Yeah, this is a direct seed, so we don't need to worry about cultivating, which is why we got rid of the cultivator. Stella? Yeah, Stella's pretty good. Stella's pretty good. Heath's. Is that a Canadian brand? I don't think I've ever had that one. I've heard Canada's got some pretty good beer, though. I will say that. Okay. Now this thing is a little confusing. Oh, European brand? Okay. Um okay, so you can't. Okay, you can move it up and down and do that. Okay, that's how you fold that. Um okay. Yeah, I've never used this either, as you can tell. I am thoroughly confused. But I have seen quite a few videos on it, like people using it. Oh, has Rusi used it? Okay, I just haven't gotten to that one yet. I gotta catch up on his RP stuff, and then I think I've watched like the first two of his Edgewater videos. So we've been going for about 2 hours now. Nice. Time flies when you're having fun. There's another saying, but I can't say that one here. Oh, there's a car. Hello. That ever happened? Okay, so we'll get this over here. We'll get some seed and stuff loaded into it. And then I guess we'll try to figure out how to fold the wheels up real quick. We got to get that field plowed right there. I do have the time set to 1 time right now. Real time, just to give us more daylight and slow down the season a little bit. And the time lapses, I typically keep it around 5. Just to get that progression going. But I want to make sure I get everything done in this live stream. Since I didn't really plan anything out. I typically plan the time lapse. Like what I want to do. Okay, let's detach it. Let's drop that. Oh, wait a minute. Shoot. Let's open that back up. Okay, that's how you lower that. Yeah, I can transport it all day long. I can transport it all day long. But when it comes to unfolding this thing, there's a mystery. Mystery that I am going to solve right now. I need some mysterious, like, mystery detective music. I do have music. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to switch over to the front hitch. Yeah, I do have music and stuff, but it's not playing right now. Okay. Unfold. Now, I did see somebody get in it like a vehicle. Attach tool to a vehicle. Will you make up your mind? Folding is not allowed while tool is attached at this attacher point. You gotta be... That's what I'm thinking. Maybe in transport mode. Like if we're pulling it from this end and then get in it. Do it with the hitch attached. Which hitch? There's like 20,000 hitches on this thing. Cannot be attached. Okay. Can you attach it without the transport thing? Like without this? Like drop that there. Okay, no. You cannot attach there. Okay, from the tractor, switch the tool to the seeder. Attach to it with this, correct? Or from the hitch like you would pull it like you're seating. In transport or seating mode? In transport mode. Okay. So here is transport mode. Now, does this have to be folded first? Like, does this have to be folded up in order to get the wheels? Okay. Now, I am on the seeder. Right? Okay, so yeah, this is the seeder right here. Folding is not allowed while the unit tool is attached at this attacher point. Cannot fold at this attacher point. I tell you what, I get this thing unfolded, it's staying unfolded. I will never transport this thing in transport mode again. Maybe you gotta lower... Oh! Oh! Okay. I pushed a button. Okay. Alright, well, we got that folded. Or we got that unfolded, rather. Okay. And then lift seeder. Oh! Oh my goodness, this thing is a... Okay. We got it figured out. I mean, so that's cool, right? I mean... Now, can I open the covers? Alright, so let's go ahead and refill. What are we refilling? Refilled the seed. There we go. And then refill the fertilizer. Okay, so that is that, and we'll just go ahead and park this over here for now. Way too small? Yeah, I bet you use those giant freaking John Deere ones and the air carts and all that stuff. Okay, OCD was killing me there. I just got to move it. You know, the air carts, like, I rarely ever use air carts just because, like, I enjoy, like, the smaller equipment farming. Small equipment, small old equipment. Alright. We'll go ahead and drop that there. We'll leave it in that particular mode. And then we will get this picked up. And we'll drop this inside of here. I'm not gonna lie, that took way too long to figure out that seeder. Yeah, backing short wheelbase stuff in this game is kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, so that is taken care of. We can finally get out of this tractor. And we will... I push the button to start the engine. Start the engine, please. Thank you. We'll get the plow hooked up. You know, maybe I should make a little shortcut through here, to be honest. The trees are kind of a pain. Yeah, see, that's another thing, like, I don't like about them, is that you can't back them up worth of crap. It just doesn't work. Alright, let's turn on our... Ooh, yeah, we're already set up, lined up with this field right here. So we're just going to use that GPS line. And I'm thinking we'd leave probably about that much space in between there and the field. That looks good to me. Go ahead and drop that. Shouldn't need to with when you're using the same implement. It's already set to the width of this this plow because I was using it on that field over there. And I had already had this line set up from that other field, which is great because now these fields can be like perfectly lined up. And then if you do that, you can rotate the field or rotate the course. So I'll go around and touch this up with some terrain paint and stuff, just because it's going to bug me if I don't. Yeah. The Borgalt or Borgot. It's a French Canadian brand, right? Yeah, I mean the name's kind of a dead giveaway, but or Joel. Okay. The T is silent. That's interesting. I went a little too far back on that. That's alright. Oh, see, these fields are not going to be lined up, and that's going to bug me. That is going to bug me. You know what? Actually, that's actually fine, because that'll leave that space right there to pull like wagons and carts and stuff through. Okay, so let's go right there. Yeah, it's a little too far. A little too far on that one as well. That's alright. Oh, we're struggling on this little spot. What is that? And I'm doing something a little bit different here too. Doing like perfectly square fields. I typically don't really do perfectly square fields. Yeah, true. I mean, to be fair, honestly, I'll probably run courseplay. Just because that gives me the opportunity to like get good camera shots and stuff for the time lapse. Yeah, which is why I kind of use GPS as well, because I can, I can do stuff like this. Grasswork, I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the baling part, just because you have to pick up the bales, But if you get like the bale loader, then you're fine. But at the same time, I like using the front loader, especially now that I got the joysticks. So I don't know. It's like I'm kind of like torn. I love cutting grass though, even in real life. I should just skip a row and come back. Just makes it easier for turning around. This thing is struggling a little bit. Never done grass work, huh? Well, I'll tell you right now, the cutting part is fun. It's just dealing with it after. Oh, nice. Sweet. Okay, so kind of like just a ranch farm mashup. Yeah, honestly, I would love to get some acreage and do some like ranch work, animals, cows and all that stuff. But see, I wouldn't have them for income purposes. Like I'm an animal lover, so the chickens is one thing because you get the eggs naturally from the chickens. You know, cows, you can milk the cows, sure, but I don't know. I think I would like to have 10 acres of like rescue land. You know what I mean? Like rescue animals. I think that would be really cool. Like kind of like just a sanctuary. Yeah, butcher time of year. And it's kind of funny too because in Hoff Bergman's series, I'm going to be going to the butcher. Yeah, there's a ton of cattle farms around here. Cattle is like the big thing down here as far as animals. There's a lot of like chicken farms and stuff too, but that's mostly more like North Carolina, South Carolina. They're really big on the chickens up there. Kentucky's big on chickens. Tennessee. Um, but cattle is a huge thing here in Florida. If you ever uh, heard the term Florida cracker, it's from the ranchers back in the day running cattle, cracking their whip. And ranching was a big thing down here. There's actually right around where I grew up. There's an old homestead and cattle ranch area, and it's a pretty cool place. It's got like trails going all through it and everything. They've set it up as kind of like a park now. I'm from Florida. That's the southeast. Good old Ontario. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but Ontario is on my list places to visit. Now I've been there for work purposes as a truck driver, and I shouldn't have even been there. I didn't have my TWIC card, but they let me through anyways. It was the strangest thing because I told my like the company I was running for, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna get into Canada. I don't have my TWIC card." And apparently the load that I was on and stuff like it didn't require me to have one. It was weird, but yeah, I went into London, Ontario. And I was there for maybe all of, I don't know, maybe an hour. And that was the only time I had ever been to Canada. But I would like to go back for vacation. And Ontario is where I'm thinking about going. I'd like to get up to the Algonquin Park area. Hey, here's a question. Anybody watching, do you guys watch the GTA 5 RP stuff? Like, I don't have any on my channel, but do you watch any other people doing GTA 5 RP, like the 5M servers? Because I've been wanting for a long time to get into an RP server for GTA 5. You haven't played GTA since the second one? What is wrong with you? What are you doing with your life? You're farming, that's what you're doing. I remember GTA 1 and 2, the top down view. Yeah, classics. Classics. You know, I bet I could get like an emulator set up on my PC and find GTA 1 and 2. Yeah, Farm Sim is definitely more relaxing. So is ATS and ETS. Like just driving down the highway is always relaxing. When it's not real life, you know what I mean, in a truck. As far as like road trips on my own personal time, I'm all for it. But when it comes to driving a truck, I am done with that mess. Of course, I said that before too, and then I went back to it. But I am done with it. I am done with it, and I think trucking. I'm done with trucking, and I think trucking is done with me. To be honest. Well, you know, ATS now has the whole convoy thing, the multiplayer thing. Now, there's always been Truckers MP and everything, where you're on like a big server and all that stuff. But with the convoy, we could set up the mods and stuff that we want, and um, we don't have to worry about randos, you know, ramming us off the roads and stuff. Which I will say the moderators for Truckers MP are super cool. I was actually live streaming on Twitch when I was doing that on Twitch, and one of the moderators actually pulled me over. You know, because the moderators are all in cop cars and they can fly around and they drive the cop cars and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But the guy was watching, I guess he was watching my stream, and he pulled me over just to say hey to the chat and that he was watching, and then he followed the channel and everything. It was really cool. It was pretty cool. He had me going there for a minute though. I thought for sure I did something wrong. Um okay, let's jump into construction here. And let's clean up these field edges. Paint, we'll go grass. We'll bump that up a size. Oh no! I messed it up. I gotta go back and fix it. We'll just clean up the edges first. Oh, I messed that one up too. Alright, 2 corners to clean up. The 3 spots to clean up. Then I need to also clean this one up as well. Make sure we're good over here. Nope, we are fine. Okay, now let me just fix that with the plow real quick. Very, very carefully. Just a little love tap is all it needs. Saturday nights multiplayer convoy? Yeah, that would be fun. I don't really have a whole lot of free time, you know? I spend most of my time just making videos. Um, but I'm always open to like making, you know, multiplayer videos as well. So at least I'm doing something productive, you know what I mean? Instead of moving the mouse, if you line your cursor using... Yeah, I've done that before. Sometimes I do it and sometimes I don't. I don't know. Just it's one of those things where it's like if I think about it, I do it. Oh yeah, you retired? Nice. Nice. I haven't retired, I just have a lot of free time right now. Well, free time to, like, game and make videos. Like, I'm really pushing hard for full time on YouTube if I can. Which, if it ever happens, then it is what it is. No big deal. ATS is fun, man. You gotta get into some more ATS. It's relaxing. It can sometimes be a pain if you get into some of the tight spots, and back in a trailer can be a little finicky sometimes. But it's just the nature of the beast. So let's see. We're off just a little bit with grass here. That's gonna bug me if I don't fix that. Actually, that should grow back on its own. All of this should grow back on its own, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up just a little bit. That should be fine. Ah! That's right, that'll go away when I seed. Anything that goes up into the field, that'll just go away whenever I put the seed down. Bump the size up. Alright, just this one corner left over here. Perfect. And just touch this up, which actually I already did. Yep, that's all good. Alright, fields are good to go. Okay. Yeah, I've had my CDL for about 6 years, and this last time that I was just back out on the road, I had just crossed over 500,000 miles. Let me tell you, when you get up into like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, all those places up in there are some tight places to get into. Very tight places to get into. Okay, this tractor actually has more horsepower than the other one, so we'll go ahead and hook up to our seeder. And we should be able to plant grass right now, right? I don't know if this one has a custom... Yeah, okay, so only 3 months out of the year, December, January, February, winter months, you can't plant grass. So we're good to go for a little while with the grass. We'll go ahead and put some grass down. Grass seed in. Get this tractor moved out of the way. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. So I'm actually thinking about putting a roadway. You come out of the main driveway. And I'm thinking about putting a roadway maybe down this side of the field and in between the two fields. I also need to fertilize. So we have about $4,500. I have to see if I can get a fertilizer. I don't know if I got one in there, a modded one that's in there cheap enough. Okay. Oh, that was not the button I wanted to push. Just the width for the seeder. Oh, it's gonna do this weird thing. That's another thing about GPS is like you gotta set it up every time. And sometimes it'll do this. Okay. Let's change this to grass. There we go. We do have fertilizer in here. Hopefully there's enough to do the whole field. Okay, so we'll carefully go forward here. Perfect. So this grass should go away. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Rob, hey, I appreciate you hanging out. We will catch you later on. I'm sure I'll see you in and out of Discord. Not sure how much longer I'm going to be going. There we go. Oh! Okay, Banner. Have a good one. Appreciate you hanging out. I see you in Discord every once in a while, too. And comments and all that stuff, so... Alright, so we're gonna skip a row. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay with that going down. Let's go back. Let's do this the right way. There we go. So we've been going for about 2.5 hours. It's been pretty good so far. I do still need to eat dinner. Yeah, we'll skip 2 rows. Just makes the turning around a little bit easier. Why does it feel like the heat just turned on? That's not good. My computer's not on fire, so we're all good. The house can burn down, just not my computer. If there was one thing for me to save, In the event of a house fire, it would be my computer. And of course, I would try to get all the peripherals with it, but you know. You know, I actually kind of like this cedar. You know, now that we got it figured out. Not gonna lie, I kind of forget how I figured it out, but I'll figure it out again, I guess. There's a lot of land out here that is just wide open for the taking. I don't own the entire map. I own the little plot of land that they start you out with. Cattle is definitely in the foreseeable future, though. We got a lot of chickens. I don't know if we're going to need any more chickens than what we have. Thousands of cows. What do you think? This whole area right here, all the way back to the edge of the map, just cows. Just a massive, disgusting, smelly cattle farm. That might be kind of cool. I mean, I've always had cows in every save that I've ever played. But I've never done like a massive cattle farm. Well, okay, hold on. I take that back. Well, okay, so in FS22, I have never done a massive cattle farm. In FS19, when West Texas came out, that was probably the largest scale cattle farming ranching that I had done. Which I really wish that map was on FS22. It was such a great map. Such a great map, and so was the Louisiana map that came out right there towards the end, and then Oklahoma came out. Like I really felt bad for the Oklahoma map because like it really didn't shine as much as it should have because it was like literally released right before 22 was released. But there was that Louisiana map was nice. West Texas was nice. The Oklahoma map was fun. I played on that a little bit, even though, you know, once 22 came out is when I started putting out the farm sim videos. It's actually when I started putting out videos was when 22 was released. Peace River? Peace River. Is that's not the Louisiana one. That is it? No, that's that was oh, where was that? I know which one you're talking about because I played on that a little bit too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I played on that one a little bit. And then let's see, for 19 there was a Pennsylvania map for 19 that came out. I think they actually brought that one over to 22. But that one was kind of fun. Yeah, West Texas though, that map was massive. That map was huge. I mean, it was a 4X map, so I mean, I guess, at this point we're used to 4X maps. Yeah, FS19 had so many good maps. So many good maps. Like, it's always hard to pick a map to play on in Farm Sim because there's just so many good map creators out there that put out great stuff. And, like, I want to play all of them just to try them out, but there's just no way I'm going to get to all of them before, 24 or 26 or whatever comes out. I don't know if they're doing a 24. Have they? Does anybody know if they've announced when the next Farm Sim is going to be? Is it going to be like 24, 25, or I don't know. I haven't heard anything. But I mean, to be honest, like it honestly it feels like FS22 has a long lifespan ahead of it. It may be 5 years before they put one out. Yeah, the cedar's actually pretty nice. 3 years, 3 years, yeah, three to five, yeah. Well, it's been what already? Almost 2 years, right? Or a year? Is this was released what mid 22 or mid 21? Yeah, we're okay. We're in year 2 with this. That's right. So yeah, maybe 3 more years. That'll be 5 years in between games. Uh, unless they're just gonna do one more year and then they release one. It'll be interesting to see what they do in the next iteration though, because there's so much that could be done in this game. Like, you see what the modders can do, and without a doubt that the developers can do every bit of that. Yeah, there's a mod that does that I use in the roleplay series. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I don't think it's really made an appearance yet in the Mod Hub series or in the RP series, but I do have plans to use it in the RP series. But see, like that's exactly what I'm saying though. Like, there's so many good mods out there that should have been base game, and crop specific seed is one of them. More crops, not grapes and olives. Hey, I like doing the grapes and olives. All right, I like doing orchards. It's not great on a multiplayer server though. I will say that, and I think you may have been on the server. Remember when we were playing on? Oh God, which map? It was Calmlands. It was Calmlands. And then initially I had started with all those grapes, and the server lag was just so bad, so bad. Well, we're down to 9% fertilizer. Yeah, because we were doing crossplay. Yeah, we were doing crossplay. It definitely took up a lot of slots. That is for sure. I don't know if we're gonna have enough fertilizer. Might have to go get some more. To be honest, the whole slot count thing with console doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, why is there such a strain? Like, why is that a thing? Why is slot count a thing for console players? Like, you think about all these other games out there. Like, let's take GTA 5 for example. That game is massive. Red Dead Redemption 2. That game is massive. Like, what is so restrictive with Farm Sim that there has to be a slot count for console players? Like, I get the script mods. That's Microsoft and Sony. They don't want script mods on their systems. That's fine. I just don't get the whole slot count. I mean, that's a possibility. Okay, we're gonna need more fertilizer to finish this off. So let's park this right here. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's possible. Like, but what? I mean, obviously PC has a lot of power, right? But you look at the capabilities of the, current gen systems, Xbox and PS5. Like, those things are more powerful than a lot of gaming PCs out there that people have. And, that's why a lot of people have flocked to the consoles instead of buying a PC, you know? Because the capabilities are just insane compared to what console used to be. Yeah, no, I get that, every PC is different. Um, yeah, I don't know. I could go on and on about the slot count on consoles. Like, I think it is just. I don't think there's really any need for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the setup that I have right now, I'm still running an older GPU. I have a 1660 Ti. This GPU is incredible. Still, even today, is an amazing GPU. Um, and I think actually Rusi got a 20 series, or maybe he got a 30 series. I can't remember. But like even he says, compared to his 20 that he's got, like this 1660 is running butter smooth. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, take for example right now, I have 738 mods installed in this save alone. Yeah, definitely throw that in there. Definitely throw that in there. And actually, hold on. Let's see if this works. Oh, wait a minute, I got caps on. Okay, apparently that did not work. So something is wrong with my bot. Fantastic. 1256. So I used to have that many mods. Western Wilds, I had that many mods. But I like I'm getting to the point now to where it's like I'm just gonna install things as I need them, and I have different mod folders for each save. You know what I mean? It just depends on the particular map that I'm on. So if I'm on like a European-based map, I'm obviously gonna download more European-based mods, or same with like U.S. or Canadian. U.S. and Canadians is pretty much the same as far as what we run. Um, but yeah, so like it just depends. Just depends on the map that I'm on now. I'll throw certain mods in and leave other ones off, and then just kind of gradually, as I'm going, add mods as I need them. So, like this cedar, for example, you start off with that cedar. We all know it's a crap cedar. This one right here. It's terrible. Which I just realized we forgot to sell. So that puts us at $30,000. That's good. Yeah, once you get so many mods installed into a folder, it's very hard to go through and sort out the ones that you want and don't want. So what I did was I completely cleared when I lost all of my save files for Farm Sim. Uh, what I did was I took the time to go ahead and just start completely fresh with mod folders. Why? What am I doing in the construction? Okay, so we got that fertilizer, $1,820 for 1,000 liters. But if we go over here to this NPK, we can get $1,200 for 1,000 liters. But if you get single bags, you actually save money. But we're not going to worry about that. $1,200 is $1,200. We'll just go ahead and pick up. We'll pick up one because we don't have the weight with us, and if I put two, it's going to lift up the back of this trailer or this tractor. I could buy another weight, which would be handy to have, and I can carry 2 bags with me. But I think we'll do without it for now. Oh god. Maybe I should line it up correctly. Aha! Got it. First try. Yeah, I can already feel it in the steering with this one bag on here, so 2 would have been a problem. I should have just picked up another weight. It's always handy to have another one. Man, we are coming up on 3 hours. Time flies. It's been... When was the last time I live streamed? I think it was the Italia Emilia map. Was the last time I streamed, which was months ago. I don't know. I might try to do live streams more often. Yeah, precision farming. I enjoy precision farming, and I enjoy the realism that it adds to the game. But I decided not to run it in this save. Um, Kind of the same reason why I didn't run the REA stuff in this save is because I just want to play the game. You know, that was the whole point of this series, was just to get in and play the game, do some good old fashioned farming with mods, but just not like super game changing mods. But yeah, precision farming. I love precision farming. Obviously, I have it in. I have it installed in the roleplay series, and I also have it on Hofbergman. But the version of precision farming that I have in Hofbergman is specific to Hofbergman. It comes like you have to download it with the map and everything. There's a lot of changes in that precision farming that's been made. Well, I mean, I know I gotta open the, but usually it just does it. So we'll just set it down and refill. There we go. Is it gonna take all of it? Please take all of it. Thank you. Proceed mod. That's one that I need to try out, actually. And I thought about running it with Hofbergman, but the thing with Hofbergman is you got to be very careful with what mods you run with it. I've learned that certain mods can cause things to clash and not work because Hofbergman is such a modified version of Farm Sim, basically. Um, yeah, but Proceed is one of those that I want to run, try it out. I've heard it goes hand in hand with the seed add-on mod, which is the one that gives you the crop-specific seeds and stuff like that. Actually, let's just park this over here. Yeah, certain scripts don't work on every map. And yeah, some maps you just can't do. It'll cause a lot of issues. I mean, Hofbergman is heavily scripted, though. Drop that right there. And we'll get this field finished up. I was hoping to get to getting our other fields set up with some crop again, but that's okay. I'll save that for the next episode that we put out of this map. I guess I could have sped up time a little bit, but it would have probably been dark by now. Alright, last two passes on this field. We do need to look into getting the stones picked up as well. And maybe we'll set up a stone crusher and start making our own limestone. Our own lime. That'd be nice. Still got plenty of seed. Barely even put a dent in what we had in there. What did we have in there? About 65% when we started? Or 75%? So we got the first layer of fertilizer down. I did just realize that I forgot to lime this field, which is a big oopsie. I don't think it matters the order, right? You can still lime after seeding, can't you? I know grass fields used to be a little finicky with that. Like you had to do it all before the grass grew in. But I think I don't think you have to do that now. I think you can just do it after the grass is grown. Like you don't have to replow the field again if it needs certain things. Which I do have periodic plowing on. So eventually it'll have to get plowed, anyways. Alright, we'll get this tractor parked up in here, and I think I'm going to call it here. It's been a good 3 hours, and I got to eat dinner and all of that stuff. And I really got to use the bathroom. That Pepsi ran through me. Plus a bottle of water that I drank. Anyways, too much information, I know. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this stream, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Appreciate you hanging out. And, yeah, like I said, I'm not sure when or how often I'll be streaming. I might try to do some streams more often. But, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But for now, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.